con esto es referente a que si cuando entrevistó a personajes, por ejemplo, a los más mayores, como Sinani Nanch o Giovanni Oja, él tenía la impresión de que ellos tenían una perspectiva más negativa sobre la historia reciente de Turquía que los más jóvenes que él entrevistaba. Gracias.
Okay, I hear this a lot of times. This is a two-person one. So I hear it a lot of times that people say, okay, first in the first part it's a funny movie, and then it becomes a political movie or something, yeah, more serious. And the only thing I can say about this is, yeah, but it has to be, because one is the other one side. So I'm beginning to show. I maybe show, okay, what is how we received it, all of this as a Turkish cinema, and on the other side you have to somehow tell the story. To finish the story, you also have to tell what was behind all of this, and you can be funny and political too. This is this is the other thing. And this did not happen in the editing. This was concept from the beginning, that we tell the entire story, that we tell from the beginning that Yeşilçam is an industry and Yeşilçam has censorship, or is suffering from censorship, that Yeşilçam is suffering from economical pressure, and that there is this kind of private commercial entity that is called Yeşilçam, and there are the people who are working in this industry and who are somehow who are putting their lives there to make these films happen. And the question is, why should they? Why do they do that? Why do they work under these circumstances? But as somebody in the film also says, this is Turkey, you know, be happy that you're alive. And this is in all Turkish industries, it's the same thing. If you watch into construction industry, how many people died in Soma, for instance, in the coal mines, you know, and Turkey is like a lot of third world countries. A human life is not worth a lot. So, and this goes for the TV series industry today, this goes for the Yeşilçam industry back then. If I had just told about the Yeşilçam industry back then, for instance, and not mentioned the TV series industry today and what is happening there, and that they produce in 6 days, 90-minute, 120-minute episode, if I just would have stayed within the Yeşilçam era, then it would have been nostalgic. Then I would have said, yeah, look, and then we would have laughed a lot. But if I put it into the today, if I say, look, then today it's the same, okay? Then it gets, we can make something out of it. Then it's an actual topic, then it's about us, then we are close to it. And these things go together there, I would say. So it did not happen in the editing, it was planned from the beginning. And the second part of the, do you want to first?
Yeah. Bueno, he oído mucho decir, ¿no?, que si primero era una película que ni documental al principio, se trata de una película de temática graciosa y después bueno, pues se vuelve más seria y habla de política. Pues solo tengo que decir que sí, que es así. Entonces, creo que es importante pues contar cómo era este tipo de cine y contar también pues qué hay detrás, ¿no? Y además uno puede ser divertido y político al mismo tiempo, ¿no? No hay ningún inconveniente en ello. Este tipo es decir, el concepto, la idea la tuve desde el principio, no surgió a la hora del montaje, y era importante contar pues que es un tipo de cine que sufrió la censura, presiones económicas, y que había gente que se estaba dejando la vida trabajando en esta cinematografía. Les costaba, o sea, le cuesta entender por qué trabajaban en estas condiciones. Y bueno, en algún momento del documental sale, ¿no?, da gracias que estás en Turquía y sigues vivo, como diciendo, bueno, la vida tampoco no tiene tanto valor, y es algo pues que se desprende no solo de las series de televisión, sino del mismo género Yeşilçam. Y ahora la segunda parte de la respuesta.
Okay, so, and can you again tell me?
The second question, it went when you interview Sinani Nanch or Giovanni Oja, as example, the older people doing those films, Do you think they were more pessimistic than the young ones?
Okay. The thing with Çetin İnanç is the guy who made The Man Who Saves the World. Okay, for me he's really a visionary director, and he is really unhappy with what he has done until now. And as he says also that he hasn't made a proper film until now. Okay, this is the one side also. I mean, you don't believe everything Çetin İnanç says, also because they had a lot of fun also. That I know they really had fun doing these films. They also had fun doing the sex films, just having fun making films. And they also, I know it because I really, it was not just one interview. They are really close friends of mine. In the meantime, they were also a lot of times very drunk when they were filming. So they are not so pessimistic, I think, because they have still, or Çetin İnanç especially has a very childish world still. Okay, he still thinks he can do the films the way he did. When I tell him, look, I have problems with copyright issues, okay, then he says, that's easy, you can solve it. And then I'm like, yeah, how can I solve my copyright issue problem in a documentary? And then he says, you just film a radio, a blank radio, and then you just tell them it was on the radio. This is so easy for him, so the problems that I have, dealing with corporations today, that, back then it was easier for them to make a film. So, yes, they seem to be pessimistic, but I think they are also very happy that they became filmmakers and had the chance to also just do what they did. I mean, he made so many big masterpieces like Çöl, which is the desert. And this is the film with when Jaws, when the shark comes and frees Cüneyt Arkın when he's in the middle of the ocean. The film is named Desert, but there is no desert. There's just the ocean, because the name of the film should have been Blue Desert, the ocean. But then somebody at the printing said Blue Desert. There's no Blue Desert. So this must be a mistake. So they put the blue away, and the film became just Desert. And then they did not have any money to print a second poster, so the film's name stays Desert. But there's no desert in the film. So you see what Yeşilçam, what all these little funny anecdotes that you can about the era, that somebody in the printing said Blue Desert, now Blue Desert. Things like that. This is how it worked back then, and they came to this era, to today, and some of them still are making films. They are still. Çetin İnanç is in the USA now, financing his next film. For instance, he's now in Orlando somewhere. I don't know whether they are pessimistic. The young people are pessimistic.